What's up, guys? This is Spence here with your weekly small groups update, and I'm pretty excited because this week we're actually sitting here with our church planting pastor, Curt, and he's going to be talking to us a little bit about, we're in the midst of this 3-week series, this emphasis on loving our world, and so we've asked Curt, who's kind of right at the spearhead of this whole 3-week series, to help us out and tell us a little bit more about what's going on. So, Curt, thanks for taking a couple of seconds, and it was a crazy week. But I've got 2 questions that I want to ask him that I thought we could all learn from. And the first one, man, is tell us what you are, what gets you pumped, really excited about what God is doing through the Summit Church in the area of loving our world right now.
I'm real pumped about the fact that we are involved in planting churches, that we have a vision as big as planting 1,000 churches in 40 years. I mean, for a church planting pastor, you can't ask for a bigger or more exciting job to be involved in. I'm excited that the church has already been involved in planting 6 churches here in North America, that we've sent out 6 church planting teams internationally, that we have nearly 100 church planters scattered around the world advancing the gospel and planting churches to see the mission of God advance.
Wow, man. It's a lot, guys. All right, give me a little bit on kind of what, we've got this 3-week emphasis, love our world, we're right in the thick of it. The prayer guide's out there, we're praying through that every day. What's the big win in your eyes, or maybe wins, for the Summit, maybe for our small groups, to come out of this 3-week series we're doing?
Sure. Traditionally, we've done a one-night missions conference, a missions focus, and that's great because we have about 500 people that would show up to that. But generally, that's just 500 people who already get it. Having a 3-week series, we get the opportunity to reach 4,000 people each week to cast that vision of what we're doing here, to challenge people to see what that would look like in their lives, to be involved in that mission of God to advance the gospel through the planting of churches. Specifically, from the small groups perspective, you guys get to wrestle with these issues and wrestle with what God is doing in your life and where God has placed you and how you can be used where you are to advance the gospel. So that's a huge win. And then to go a step further, to look at the fact that we've got some, 180 small groups here at the Summit. Only about 35 to 40% of you all have already stepped out in faith and adopted one of our church planters internationally and as well as in North America, to commit to praying for them, to interacting with them, to understand what that looks like what church planting looks like through their eyes. And so I'd love to get to 100% where we're fully behind the folks who are out there in the field, not only praying for them, listening to what their needs are, but potentially even going out and visiting them, being part of a trip to go be part of the ministry there. So I'm psyched about it.
Cool, man. That's a lot of good stuff, guys. As you hear us, this is kind of one of the big elements of small group life, loving our world. You heard what Curt said about the number of groups that we still have left to support one of our church planters, and we really are taking that serious and want to push you on that. So let Curt, myself, any of us here, your coach, know if you don't have a church planter yet, and we'll hook you up with that. A couple other final thoughts as we head out from our weekly update. Number one is our guides will be online just like they have every other week. This weekend is Romans chapter 10. Pretty pumped about that one. Had a great discussion in Esther 4 with my group at least, and I heard some others did too last week. So Romans 10 is what's coming this weekend. The 21-day prayer guide, we're in day 4. So we're praying through the Scriptures and the mission of God through the Scriptures. And it's been great so far. That's here on the Equip side as well. So please download that and get started praying every day with us. And that'll be good. That's all that I have for you for this week. I hope that your group is really grasping what's taking place in this short emphasis. One last thing is the Life of David, which is coming after this emphasis. The study guides are going to be available for sale at your campus this weekend. They're $5 each, and they're going to be out there for you to get. So just wanted to throw that out there. That's, of course, coming down the road. So, Curt, thanks for your time, man, and we'll see you guys. That's the update.